Now, the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association will launch a girls' football campaign entitled Girls Play with a host of events at the Hasely, Crawford and Dwight Yorke Stadia. Here to tell us more about this is Director of Women's Football at the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association, Miss Jinelle James. Miss James, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us on Now.
Hi, good morning.
Now, first of all, what is the Women's Football Campaign, that WFC?
The Women's Football Campaign is a development program under the FIFA Women's Development Program that supports different women's football initiatives for member associations. So that campaign can be support for your national teams. If your national teams are embarking on their campaign for World Cup qualifications, then you can use this program to support the national team in their endeavors, get people aware about the team. In our case, we are going to launch a development program. So in this regard, this is what we're using the Girls Play program for.
Nice. And so as we're on the topic of the Girls Play program, what exactly is it?
Girls Play is a development program for girls between the ages of 6 to 12 years old. So we introduce the game of football, make it fun for girls, try to build a culture for girls football.
And when is the event taking place? Because I think it's two, right? One in Trinidad, one in Tobago.
Definitely. Trinidad, we launched this Saturday, the 15th of October, and in Tobago, we're scheduled to launch there on the 3rd of December in Dwight Yorke Stadium.
All right. Was there any particular reason for the space in terms of when Trinidad hosts theirs and when Tobago hosts theirs?
Tobago, because their dynamics is quite different from us, they preferred where all their personnel can be hands-on and involved. So hence the reason, the difference in times.
Nice. And in terms of the activities, because, for example, if it is somebody comes down there or a parent brings their child there on Saturday at Hasely Crawford, what sort of activities can they expect them to get involved in?
Again, it is football introduction, so it'll be fun football games for the girls. It is what we call a festival. So a festival is not a competition. They will go through different fun games, they will play games, and the most important thing is enjoying football and making new friends, because girls like to socialize, they like to be with their friends. So we just encouraging and building their friend base while they enjoy the beautiful game.
Now, when we think about football, we often think of it as a male game, right? And so any words you can tell to parents, to bring out their girls to really take advantage of this event on Saturday?
Listen, Trinidad and Tobago, we have to, I guess, break the barriers, the taboos, the fears. Football is a wonderful sport. It is now a sport that both males and females play. Women's football today is the fastest growing sport in the world right now. And it is just an awesome experience to be involved in the game. I have friends from the game for a lifetime. We have parents who, through the national team, because their daughters are involved, have become friends for a lifetime. So it's a special experience that I would encourage anybody to be a part of. Any questions at all, you can contact us at 707-8232. But it's really a good experience getting girls active, getting girls to be confident, to have a voice. All of that comes with the involvement in sport. Not just football. I mean, I am pro football, but sport on the whole, it's such a positive impact for young ladies. So I would encourage anybody to get their daughters in sport.
Yeah. And I like that you mentioned the positive impact, because my next question to you was going to be, what sort of impact do you think this event is going to have on these girls, even at that young age?
At that young age, what we will try to instill, and because it is a new experience for them, it's not going to be easy. So we will encourage them to keep trying. If at first you don't succeed, try and try again. And that will transfer to their everyday life. It will transfer to classroom. If at first they don't succeed, try and try again. You'll get it. Take your time, you'll get it. It may not be with everybody else, but you'll get it in your own time. We want people to start developing a voice, speaking out for themselves, being confident in themselves and who they are as young ladies. So there's so many characteristics that can be developed from sport. So it's very interesting to watch. So that would be my 2 cents from my experiences.
Yeah. Now, I'm also wondering about the timing of the event. Now, I know we will have recently celebrated the International Day of the Girl Child. Did this have anything to do with the WFC thinking about this event now, or why around this time you decided to have such an event?
This event was supposed to happen since June, but it did not work out. In thinking about when would be the best time, currently the primary schools football league is taking place. The girls are already active, so this is just to give them encouragement. It's to build that interest in the game and let them know that even though primary school football league may have ended, they have somewhere now to continue to play the game.
Hmm. And I'm also wondering about the partnership with FIFA. How did that come about?
Well, I mean, FIFA, all member associations are under FIFA. So it's not anything special in terms of FIFA and Trinidad and Tobago Football Association. We are under the umbrella of FIFA. FIFA in itself is promoting and pushing women's football. So they have provided several development programs, which we will be taking advantage of in terms of supporting women's initiatives. And this is just one of the few that we will be taking advantage of.
Hmm. And can I just ask about the team members? I mean, we have these girls who are coming out and they're going to be learning football. Any specific trainers you want to mention at this time?
We will have several of our former national players like Ayana Russell, Jinelle Mascal, Tasha St. Louis, Khadija and Khadisha Debisat, who were part of the under-17 Women's World Cup team that was held here in 2010. We have experienced former national footballers like Ricardo Nelson, Desiree Sargent. We have Denise Wickham, Edna St. Louis. So we have a host of women. So they'll see women that will be engaging and teaching them the game. We'll also have our under 15 girls who will be helping as big sister in a big sister role. So it's going to be all about the girls.
Yeah. Do you think this event as well will sort of help to make an easy transition for those girls who want to eventually get into football later in their life?
Of course, and that's why we're starting it at the early ages. We're starting it at the early ages so we can get them to, how to put it, to be more athletic, to get their muscles developed, to get them more coordinated at a younger age so that the transition to more competitive football is easier so we have a better quality player entering the national system.
Yeah. And the level of skill, is it that, my daughter or my niece had to have a certain level of skill in football before they enter, or can anybody come down on Saturday?
Anybody between the ages of 6 to 12 are welcome because, again, we are introducing football to girls. We do not have a culture for girls' football here in Trinidad. As a matter of fact, some parents are still wary of allowing their girl children to play football. So it matters not skill. Once they are interested and they are active, you have some active girls and you want to get them into something, bring them to football, bring them Saturday, bring them to the Hasely Crawford Stadium, and they'll have a good old time on Saturday, sorry.
Nice. And in terms of registration, where can we go to get registration information, and is there a cost attached?
There is no cost attached. It is free. There's no cost attached. In terms of registration, you can go onto the TTFA website or any of the social media platforms, and there is a link where persons can register their children, their daughters. So yes, just go on and register and come on down. And I must say that after this event, because this is just the launch, we are going to be visiting communities so that we continue the program. And the girls that would have attended this Saturday, the reason for the registration is so that we can communicate with them, let them know when we'll have another program. So again, we're just building that culture and
Nice.
building a group of girls for football. So in the next 4 or 5 years, it'll be interesting to see how the dynamic changes.
And Ms. James, before you leave, just tell us when the event is taking place, both in Trinidad and in Tobago, and the times as well.
in Trinidad this Saturday, 15th October, Hasely Crawford Stadium training field. The time, we asking people to get there for 9 a.m. to do registration. We start promptly at 9:30 and the event will continue until 12:30. And it'll be the same in Tobago, but they are scheduled to launch on 3rd of December at the Dwight Yorke Stadium.
And one more thing that parents may be concerned about, Ms. James, in terms of clothing. They need to walk with sneakers. What sort of clothing should they come with?
Just bring the girls. Come. If they
Just
want
bring
to
them
wear
and
a
come.
dress, let them come. We want them to be comfortable.
Yes.
Let them come. The sneakers, just bring the girls.
Nice.
They are not footballers, but hopefully we can ignite the interest. That is all it is, igniting the interest. So bring the girls and let them have some fun.
Ms. James, thank you so much for joining us on Now, and all the best with both events in Trinidad and also in Tobago. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.